In this video, let's take a look at some of the things that we can do to modify the drawing contents, the CDs. So what we can do is we can also create what is called a sheet list. So to do this, I'm going to go into view, and I'm going to go into schedules, and we can create schedules using this element here as well. We're going to view and schedules. Under schedules, I'm going to use what is called a sheet list, and what the sheet list is basically a table of contents for your set of drawings. So you can add sheet number, sheet name, sheet issue date, drawn by, and anything else that you really want to include, like a revision date. If I current revision or current revision date, I can add that in. So once those things are in, I'm just gonna say okay, and that's gonna create our sheet list. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets right now: floor plan, elevation, sections, and unnamed. Which one was unnamed one? Oh, so this is the one that we just created, so that's why it's unnamed. So we can say this one's gonna be the sheet list, or the sheet list, or the table of content. And see, what was so on the schedules we have the sheet list. So there's the sheet list, and we can change these if you wanted to, like say wanna have TC. Once I add that in, that should be included there, and we can even add the current revision date if you wanted to. So that's how you create the sheet list. And what I'm going to do is really want to go in and bring this sheet list into this one. I can put it here, and we can bring in the renderings that we did previously. So like using Inkscape, you can do renderings, and we looked at how to create renderings, and we can just add images to whatever sheet that we want. We can have a separate sheet for renderings, or we can include renderings in other sheets as well. All you need to do is to go to insert and then go to import image, and there's one that I already have, so I'm just gonna go here and add that rendering here. Let's maybe make it smaller, like so, and that's going to be the cover page for our sheets. Another thing that we can do is for our elevations, if I go here for the elevations, we can add entourage elements as well. Like if I go into like trees on the elevation, so if I go here, I can add side components like trees, and I would probably need to go into the floor plan in order to do that. So I can add side components like trees to make it more interesting. There are different trees sizes that we can add. So 20 foot, maybe a 40 foot one. Let's see what that does. And I can add those in, one here and one there perhaps. Maybe that should have been a smaller one, but that's fine. Now what if I go into my elevations? Oof, there you go. That's gonna show up like so. And if you don't want this to kind of block the view, you can change where those are. Let's go into our floor plan. I think I'm not sure which one was the color. Oh, that's because the elevation is from this side, and that's why it's showing up. That's okay, and that's fine. So another thing that we can do is in our elevations and sections, even if I go to my elevation, so what we can do is we can enable shadows, and that creates a very dynamic effect in our drawings. So if I go here, I can enable my shadows by clicking here. That gives it a more three-dimensional look in my drawings. I can do the same thing in our sections. So if I go into the sections, by enabling the shadows, you see it creates a very dynamic effect if that's what you want to do. So those are some of the adjustments that you can use in order to create your drawings. It looks much better when you start working on it. You don't have to add these if these are just NPCs, so as you can see, RPCs, sorry, and you can even add trees from Inkscape, but then you'd have to link the assets. But those are some of the modifications that you can do in order to make your drawing look a little bit better than it is. So